we go. Sorry, I was having some internal 500 issues, server issues, but yeah. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Sorry about the slight delay. Was having some 500 internal server issues, Twitch stuff. But it seems to be all sorted now. So we're going to go ahead and get things started here. Get that music playing. And go ahead and get our grind on. So welcome to Grinding with Borgman. This is episode 5. Actually, there's so many things to remember here as we learn the beginnings, the ins and outs. But I have a couple upcoming projects, things that I might want to do for the grind. I have to make some brush packs, first of all. That's going to be a lot of fun. But for now, and also the more I've been thinking about it, the more I'm going to be kind of adjusting the layout of the show a bit. Like, we're still going to do, our morning exercises and stuff, afternoon exercises, but on top of that, I want to actually start kind of working on some some actual projects and whatnot to go through as well. I was recently organizing my hard drive and discovered so many old projects that I'd kind of started, old drawings and whatnot, that I just never really, had any kind of follow through with. I definitely struggle with my follow through. I'm sure a lot of people do, but I know that's definitely one of my weaknesses. But hey, having that self-awareness allows us to improve, right? So, I remember for a while I actually had a massive fear of public speaking. I just don't, contrary to, what having a streaming channel and stuff would indicate, I'm terrified of the spotlight. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I ended up doing, my brother was doing stand-up comedy at the time, and I started joining him at open mics just so that way I would be forced to stand up in front of people and try and be entertaining and coherent. Face your fears, improve yourself, always be in a renaissance. Personal renaissance. Said it the first episode. Let's keep it going. So, if we're just speaking to the void, it's all good. I'm going to keep talking. And if people join us, all the better. Go ahead and throw out what you might be not good at, or something that stresses you out, if you're game for it, in the chat, this is us kind of working on anatomy at the same time as gestures. I actually just had somebody contact me yesterday. They would like me to get to work on like a illustration for maybe a logo or something, but all they brought up was just doing a sword in part of a title graphic or something like that. So, you know, we might have some fun with that later too. It's important to, you know, exercise in all the programs you use. But the main purpose of this is so that way, you know, I'm drawing every day, regardless, because that's how I'm going to get better. That's how we all get better. But yeah. So, talking about today, I don't know. I don't keep up with like current events really, so I don't know what to just fill the silence with. That's why we've got the music playing. But if you think of anything, I'm late. Well, you missed the first couple minutes. Yeah, we started at 1:35 because we were having some connection issues with Twitch and our streaming program. Some internal 500 server errors. I have to do some shopping after this. Go pick up a new Ethernet cord, since I'm having to run on Wi-Fi right now because my other Ethernet cord was well, it's old and failing, I think. Which you know, sucks. Oh, you're making espresso. I am currently drinking some Cafe Bucella mixed with decaf, because full calf will make me hyper. I'll be jittery. I can already feel myself sweating just from this caffeine. I am not a strong caffeine imbiber like some of my friends. I always forget which one is the high ankle. The interior ankle is the high ankle. That's right. Yes, one of your ankle bones is higher, always going to be set a little bit higher than the other, and that would be the interior one. It's also just got a little bit more definition based on the veins that go around it. And this knee is set way too low. We gave him stumpy legs. Gonna have to start drawing more women, because their anatomy is different. Did you all know that men and women are built differently? I know that's not a popular scientific fact right now, but we are. I'm sorry. Pelvises sit differently. Our rib cages sit differently. It's almost like one of us is designed to carry life around and the other one is designed to, I don't know, be a nuisance. This guy looks ominous. It's gonna be, let's see, running hands through non-existent hair, maybe. I gotta switch my chat to the other side so that way I can actually... My drawing tablet hides a little bit of my my streaming screen, so I'm still optimizing things. We're only on episode 5, people. It's all good. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll just let's see what we can do here. I'm feeling. So just make it a little bit more. I want like some verticality to this pose, but then I want to create that push and pull tension that I've talked about before. So, that's when we bend the line a little bit. I like this more. So like for the, I guess, sort of aesthetic idealized male, you're going to have narrower hips than, you're going to have some narrower hips than shoulders, whereas it's almost going to be the same for a woman, the more idealized. In fact, it's with current aesthetic trends, it's actually almost reversed, where they want the hips, depending on what it is, like much wider, but softer head shape. I noticed that I do with women, like with female bodies, when I'm creating kind of like the gesture drawing, I'll use a lot more curved lines, and with males I'll use a lot more like straight and jagged lines, to like just like block in the actual shapes. It's just something I kind of really just noticed now. So if you're just joining us, thank you, first of all, and welcome, and hope you enjoy just chilling with us while we grind through the daily tasks. Hey, how you doing, Andy's wife? Welcome. Thank you for checking us out, spending a little time with us. But I'm not sure if everybody... Oh, well, no. A lot of people weren't here on time, the current viewer base. But we now have the intro all ready to go, queued up, as I learn more about OBS, as well as, See, this is... It's honestly more for me than you folks, because, I mean, like, let's be honest, there's way better drawing tutorials out there. This is for me to just document my own progress, while at the same time forcing me to, like, upload daily content, so that way I can form good habits, and if in doing so help other people form good habits, even better. Yeah, now I'm learning more about OBS, and learning more about other programs as well, and it's just gonna get better and better, Like I was saying originally in the first few episodes, I would love to eventually tuning on the stream. Yes, actually, I have a landing page set up. Again, we just had those connection issues earlier. In fact, we've got a splash screen for you, a landing screen for the beginning and ends of videos now, with transitions. Unfortunately, we just didn't get the stream going. Went to go start it with the landing page 5 minutes early, and we spent 10 minutes dealing with the connection issues. So, yeah. But we're gonna dial things in more and more and more. This is a selfish project. This is for me. I don't care about you outside of your own happiness. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. Not everybody can be as phenomenal, streamers as you, EXO. I think I've tuned in for a couple of your extra life streams. By the way, kudos for doing those. But sloppy. That's all. Single note. A little sloppy, sir. A little sloppy. I mean, my goodness. How hard is it to stream for 24 hours straight? And look at that. I get an eye roll from Andy's wife. 'Cause she's on my side. Oh, man. All right. Well, let's move on from this one. We're getting nowhere with this pose. This is actually going to be... This is a bit of a helpful gesture for the diptych that I'm currently working on. Diptych would be a painting with two panels that go together. So like you'd have, image, and then the rest of the image. But that's a little messed up, because then their intestines are spilling out. But anyways, one of the hardest things to get is like when people roll their shoulders together and it crunches their chest and then like really pushes their back out. I struggle with that sometimes. I mean, I struggle with a lot of things. I'm also one of those people who really wants to increase my mental reference library to like the point of some of the masters. And you actually have to look at references to do that, rather than just only when you absolutely have to. Bit of like a bow and arrow situation here. Yeah, so I think one of the things that we're going to start doing with this is we're going to migrate into projects that I actually intend on finishing for like the back half hour, and if we bleed over into, you know, like hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, we'll just keep the stream going anyways and keep working on what we're working on. But, you know, the first half hour is still going to be dedicated to warming up a bit. But you know, I realized that I A, get bored, and B, kind of run out of things to talk about when I'm doing exercises. Another reason that I would love, you know, guest spots, people to come on and just shoot the shit with me. On their tippy toes. This is kind of how I live my life, just hopping from one to the next. So, like, again, we're showcasing that kind of difference between how we... And I should know, because I have some childbearing hips myself. My hips are wider than my shoulders. But, like, a male torso is kind of got this thing going on, whereas a female torso is kind of more like that. Just the differences, you know. In broad strokes. This one's got a bow. Bit of a softer nose in generally. Softer forehead, brow ridge. There's a reason that they were known as the fairer sex for, you know, so many misogynistic years. Because their features generally tend to be softer. That being said, you know, same level of determination on her face. Because she is a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. Probably a pretty severe ponytail. Got to keep that hair up and out of the way. You know what? No, she's shorn it off. This is a warrior chick, you know. She can't be having that stuff get in the way. Somebody could pull it. That would be terrible. We're just kind of... People make boobies too round. They are affected by gravity. That being said, being an archer flying through the sky backwards as she shoots. I would assume she does have some pretty high level of athleticism. Get that knee nice and stretched out. The push and pull of the different muscle groups. As one part of your body moves, the rest reacts. Unless you're doing an isolation exercise. So then that butt cheek, so then this butt cheek would be popping out more because this leg is more extended. Yeah. So then there we go. Let's just go ahead and reduce the opacity on this guy a little bit. Then let's see which one. I hate that one though. Yeah, I prefer that. Ugh. So now, you know, we usually don't progress into like a line drawing. When we do these, we just stick with the kind of gesture drawings, you know, the start, the bottom of the pyramid. But I think, like I said, we're gonna be trying out some new stuff on the channel, and you know, just making the stream a little as interesting as I can for people. There's a tricep. And this isn't even really a line drawing. This is just more of a refined sketch, honestly, as I continue to like Like the top one was almost still just kind of very gestural and loose. And we're just tightening things up, making new decisions, refining choices, you know, working our way up the pyramid. And actually, with your back like that, you'd get a little bit of that ridge. So then we're going to do that. You know, we'll put clothes on her, but because, yeah. She has a sense of decorum. She doesn't go into combat naked, but at the same time, we need the shape of her body. So that one would be more like that. Because it would be flexed due to the stretched leg. And then, honestly, a bit of a crease right there. Again, from that leg being taut. Zoop. Heck yeah. Bit of a short bow situation. But see, we don't want that. We want her other arm to come out a little bit. Like, see, one of the things we don't want is tangents. So I don't want, like, her other arm to come out right there, because then it's like it's coming right out of her lip. So for, like, design purposes, we're trying to get a break right there for the other. tighten up that shoulder just a little bit. And then it's like, so we would have a lot of work to do with this, but you know, it's kind of it's a nice start to a piece too. There's definitely a lot that would need to get done with this, but you know, she's got some friggin' buff arms. But then again, you know, as an archer, the strength, the upper body strength to be a successful archer is generally much higher. You know, unless you're using modern bows and stuff, which she clearly is not. Actually, fun fact, English longbowmen spent years, you know, practicing their craft to the point where their skeletons actually got deformed. One shoulder would have significantly denser bones and musculature than the other. And one arm would tend to be longer than the other. Fun stuff. But all right. So, you know, migrating out of those warm-ups, kind of just getting a sense of, I mean, like, we've got some messed up proportions here if we stretched it all out. You know, I was kind of already incorporating, like, foreshortening, making this foot smaller than this foot, you know, if you put them next to each other, since that's in the back. That one's layered back. But, you know, at least we're getting our gestures in. And also not doing, you know, trying to get the anatomy pretty accurate. Reminding ourselves and that's some of the basic shapes and forms for human beings. So that way we can then push and pull those and stretch them to make all kinds of things. I mean, like, this guy's short. He's got short legs. I mean, his legs should be much longer. And I mislayered this, so, you know, like, his legs should be like that. There you go. You know. But anyways, so now I want to just go ahead and start tinkering with some old projects. So we'll just save this as on my computer. Don't show me that again. Come on. Warm up. You know, always label your stuff. Label and date it. Computer organization and going through emails is my least favorite thing to do, and it's the thing that you know, I constantly do terribly. But I had seen this yesterday, which was a fun thing that I you know, fun sketch that I did a while back. So I just kind of want to play with this and you know, push it around. I was this is from years ago. Is there any way I can when was it made? Yeah. Wait, no. Reveal and explore. So let's see. Showdown. Properties. Created February 7th. Oh, wait, no. This was from 2017. So 5 years ago. Sketch from like 5 years ago. So yeah. We're going to go ahead and just play with this. And this might be something, you know, that we do from now on where we kind of like actually work on a piece for the back half. And again, that goes back to the whole like feeling good thing, you know, feeling like you're, it's important to like when you're self-motivating, it's important to use whatever you can to stay motivated. You know, warm-ups, gotta do them. Absolutely have to. But do I have to do them for an hour? Probably not, you know? Especially since it's like, all right, right away, we can just start. Huh. So let's see how we organize this. All right. So anyways, like this right away, we can adjust proportions here. So like, for instance, his face is just, oh, his face is a mess. My goodness. Also, we're not going to get that much of his face pushed that far into the background. So it doesn't need that much detail. We can let things go. You know what I mean? We can allow details to get lost and not be precious with them. You know, you're not going to see his eye from that far away. Block in some shapes here. But I remember wanting him to have a bit of a bored expression, like sad that he has to kill this being, or just tired of fighting. One of the things to always remember is that even though you have like the whites of your eyes, your eyes are perpetually in at least some level of shadow, so it's never going to be like a bright white. In fact, like tonally, your portions of your skin are going to appear brighter, like if you were just going based on tones. I mean, that depends on your skin tone, of course, but for a fairer skinned person. Handsome fella. Bags under his eyes, days since he slept. What? All right, that's one of the things I really need to do is something super important to do. When you're drawing digitally, you can seamlessly switch, invert or flip the image, which is one of the most helpful tools for like making sure your proportions are correct. So I need to define some hotkeys for flipping people, but what I want is boom. We'll just go into keyboard shortcuts tools. See, and then when I have all of this stuff prepped, that's what I mean. Like things are just gonna. This is kind of documenting my journey and re-educating myself as I attempt to get this art career really going in the direction that I want it to go. So we don't need to deal with it right now, but in fact I always should do this kind of stuff off stream. But showing your weakness to everybody humanizes you, right? Everybody's like, wow, look at this incompetent guy, just bumbling his way to success. At least we'll assume bumbling his way to success. But, and then it's supposed to just, that's the whole reason I'm doing this. I want to help put people at ease with their own tasks and things that they hope to accomplish. So, all right. that needs to be there. That doesn't need to be there. There we go. And this is us kind of skipping over, like I should be redrawing all of this, you know, since I made this 5 years ago and could improve the underlying image quite a bit. But at the same time, I really enjoy drawing with tones rather than doing that. Because it's more akin to sculpting than drawing when you draw like this. Which is just thoroughly enjoyable to me. Name of your book, Bumbling to Success. No. Oh, man, I actually had talked to somebody had asked me what I would title a book about my life, and I think what I had come up with was I think it was Consequence and Compromise, or something like that, or Conviction and Compromise. That's because there are so many better ways for me to attempt to enter the art world, and that was the subject of it. Of their inquiry was like, what would you name a book about, like your career in art? And Conviction and Compromise, because I have some pretty strong convictions that slow me down quite a bit when professionally. It's bad. There are certain things that I just don't want to do, or am frustrated that they exist, so I refuse to do them. Stuff like that, you know? But no, now I like Bumbling to Success much better. And then everybody's skull has got these plates. So there's actually like always like a crack that essentially runs from like your nasal passageway to your upper jaw. But I should not be adding in these fine details. See, I'm jumping up the pyramid. I'm trying to sprint up this pyramid rather than just continuing to develop the shape of this guy right here. See? And that's why I'm bumbling my way to success, because I insist on sprinting when I should still be walking. But yeah, so another reason that I would like to start doing this as part of the stream is, you know, then maybe we can sell prints of stuff that we work on stream, and you know, further increase any kind of revenue. So that way I can keep streaming for you folks and keep keeping you company while you do the hard stuff along with me. Because commissions just aren't quite getting it done right now. You know what? The jaw can still be in that position, so we'll leave it there. But we'll just make the teeth truer too. We can just fix the jaw right here. There we go. Remember, can't be precious with it. So just because this drawing is this sketch, let's be honest, just because it's over 5 years old doesn't mean I should give any craps about it as I go around and fix it. We can polish it up even more. So let's see, then we got the two front teeth right there, like that. And they recess to about there. We got the incisor, then we've got incisor, and you know, kind of sort of fangs almost. That. These ones are around the corner, so they're a little bit more in shade. So yeah, there we go. Look at that, that's already looking a million times better. And they go way up into the upper mandible. So, if you're joining us, we're changing the format a little bit. I'm going to be working on old drawings because I recently organized some of my internal storage. So we're going to go back and improve on old drawings after we do the opening exercises and warm-ups. You know, maybe sell them as prints. Maybe give people on Patreon who check out the Patreon exclusive access. Who knows? We'll figure out what we're gonna do with them. He has a cavity. He has a couple cavities. He did not brush his teeth well. Those molars are in rough shape. But yeah, and you know, if you're joining us, if you're in the chat, you know, shoot it out. What you might be grinding on right now, what you're working your way through. Since that's what we're all here for, just to keep each other company while we push through the stuff we hate doing. That for me being warm-ups. I want to just jump right in, but you know, that'll just make your art suffer. That'll just make, you know, you're never going to improve effectively. It's not an effective way to, an effective path to improvement, jumping right into the things that you enjoy doing and want to do, because you gotta keep the basics sharp. Man, that is a much finer looking skull already. This guy had really straight teeth. He's a model amongst fantasy men. Not unlike, you know, yours truly. It's okay, you know? It's alright to know that you're pretty. Anybody who doesn't know me now will be like, wow, listen to this conceited piece of crap. But, you know, not really, because I'm pretty forthright with the fact that I need a lot of help improving and working on things. So, get a load of this guy. Exactly. Jeez. Wow. How can you draw in that tiny office with your head still in there? It's so huge. Well, I do need to... Alright. So we do need to get onto some of the, you know, other work that we have. And we have rounded out that first hour. But I'm enjoying this, so we're going to push through a little bit longer. Just like I was saying, you know, things are going to just be a little bit different going forward as I learn what I want this channel to be, honestly. It's a growth, it's a process. There's no real moisture. So the teeth are not going to have the same kind of highlights that a living person's teeth would, because there's no moisture in there, unless it's raining. Have we decided whether the scene is... I mean, it's definitely overcast, you know. Up there. It's definitely overcast. But, I don't know if it's raining, you know, so... Without knowing that, there's not going to be the same kind of, like, highlights on the teeth. Like, you wouldn't get, like, just those, like, quick little, like, bings, bing, 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 bings. So, list of things, homework for me, set some hotkeys for flipping images horizontally. Along with, I gotta pick up a new Ethernet cord, so that way we don't have any connection issues going forward. So we can start promptly, and you all can experience the intro and outro screens. But I think this might be it for now, as we have to get the rest of the day started and going. I'm jamming with this music, though. I'm loving it. This is the lo-fi beats and hip-hop from Soundtrack by Twitch. It's a beta program that we've been using to make sure that we don't get any audio muting from copyright. So, if you're new to streaming like me, nice little tool. If you aren't new to streaming, you probably have way better suggestions than what I'm making. But it's all good. It's all about developing, all about moving forward, getting better, and enjoying the things that you do. That tooth is going to go up there. That tooth is going to go up there. These molars, man. And actually, while other teeth almost sit like the way they sit into the skull is really like almost tongue and groove, where there's kind of like indents and stuff for them. Molars and stuff, they actually they sit even more inside the skull. So it's like this. As we get the tones. When you look at them. All right. And that's actually much. There we go. Gotta love working digitally. Just move it around a little. Because that's all just soft tissues up in there. And then this actually.
Sit. Sit. And cap. Sit.
And that's really cool because then we create a nice, interesting little shape right in there that breaks up some of that tonal monotony. Because underneath your jaw doesn't, there's no bone below for your lower jaw, like outside of the one that gives you your chin. It's all just soft tissues in there. So, when you're looking at a skull, it's pretty empty underneath where your tongue used to be. And there's a lot of weird points and barbs on some of the planes of the skull. It's very interesting. Probably it's one of the most interesting things. Good thing, I don't know, actually, with my own ineptitude, I'm sure people might be, this guy's a little too obsessed with skulls. Sir, we have a couple questions for you. Cemetery was recently pillaged. Imagine having to learn anatomy in the 1800s when you did have to go grave robbing. I like to think about that kind of stuff sometimes. Anybody who's ever just oh man, I was born in the wrong time period, I was born in the wrong era, and that is the most ridiculous claim a human being can make, because it shows just a complete ignorance to how shitty life used to be. How difficult. Yeah, want to know why women had 6 to 10 kids? Because most of them died. Want to know why men had 3 to 4 wives? Because most of them died giving birth to kids that died. Want to know how we learned about medical science? People had to break the law and go against the church. But whatever. Yeah, no. So I'm liking how we're improving this. We're just gonna keep. I think this is gonna be our new post warm up project. Moving forward. We'll just actually, this guy, he actually should be right here. One of the things you want to do when you're creating a composition with multiple figures, especially with foreground and background, is their eye line. You want their eye line to be on the same plane, and then move the rest of them around to show that depth. So, we've got tops of their heads, their feet, but the eye line stays right there, so that's it, right away we're just improving this 5-year-old drawing right there, right away, with just a few, 40-50 minutes of adjustments. So yeah, we'll work on this one for a while, and then once we get it to a place where we like, because right away we're seeing some more stuff that we can just really, just with some simple marquee grabbing situation. give this guy more room to operate in, you know? Within the composition. But yeah, once we get this one to a place where we like it, you know, we'll excuse you. What in the world is going on here? Oh. There we go. Give him that broad back that an orc should have. Yes. Nobody should be under any illusions. This is an orc. Potentially from a certain genre of game. We're gonna give him like a bit more armor, like a midriff armor. Gotta give those traps their day in the sun, you know what I'm saying? This guy's gonna have traps for days. Whole point is, he's a hulking monster compared to this human dude. right away, I'm, we're already seeing the depth and the improvements and the adjustments to the depth of field, adjustments to perspective, all the things that, we've learned and improved on in the past 5 years. Better understanding that we have for our craft. All right. Well, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today with these changes. So we're going to save this and tune in tomorrow for more warm-ups and our continued, fixing of this painting here that we started so long ago. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, and keep grinding, keep working on your stuff, keep improving, stay in that personal renaissance, and treat each other right, help other people work on their stuff, because the only thing we get to leave this world with is, the memories that we gave other people. And the love that we put into the world. So thank you again, and have an awesome day. So like and subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. Check out the VOD on Twitch if you're watching this on YouTube. I don't know. You can check out our Instagram, Borgman Designs, our Twitter, Borgman Designs, the website, borgmandesigns.com. See some of our old work and hopefully get a better understanding of the direction we're headed in. So thank you again, and have an absolutely wonderful day.